One of my favorite classic local Hawaii dishes is cake noodle. I'll teach you my favorite recipe, so stick around. Aloha mai kako, my name is Relle and welcome to my kitchen where I like to share all my favorite Hawaiian and local recipes. And I've got a good one for you today. This is cake noodle. It's a Hawaii staple that we eat all the time. It's our own take on almost like a crispy noodle, but it's a cake noodle with a delicious stir fry and some yummy sauce. So I'll show you how to make it. Let's get started. So into a pan, we've got set over medium-high heat. We're gonna add your cooking oil of choice, totally up to you. And you just wanna kind of cover the bottom of it. It's about a tablespoon or two of oil. And then you're gonna wanna use chow mein noodles. These are fresh. If you don't have fresh noodles, you can use the dried ones, and you would par cook it to package directions. This one, it's already been cooked down, and we're just gonna cook it through in the pan. So what I like to do is you're gonna put it in, and then you're gonna kind of wanna make it like a cake. So you're gonna kind of spread it out, because when you cook it together, it'll create this crust on it and it'll hold together. So you just wanna get it in a layer so it's kind of looks like a cake like this. And once it's set, you just leave it. It'll start frying up and you'll know when it's starting to crisp up, and then you can flip it. So while that's going, we'll start prepping the veggies. You can totally use whatever you want. This is what I use. Bok choy, you wanna make sure you rinse it because a lot of dirt and stuff gets stuck in the bottom of it. And then I like to cut it up because it's a little bit, the pieces are big. There wasn't really small baby bok choy this time around. I just kind of roughly chop it like that. And then zucchini, this one's a little big. Sent my husband to the store. That's always the story, right? We talk about that. I sent my husband to the store. I guess better to have too much than too little, right? So kind of up to you how you wanna make them. Half moons, rounds. I tend to do the half moon, which would be like, cut it in half like this. The inside can get a little bit watery, so if you wanna take that out, you can, but otherwise we just make cuts like this. Try to get the same thickness. That way they'll cook through at the same time. Mushrooms, you can use whatever ones you want. We got these button ones, that's fine, or white. I like to take off the stems, and then I like to slice them. You wanna make them a little bit thick because you don't want them to cook down too quickly. I don't know, how about that thickness? Mushrooms are so great, they just soak up all the sauce, so this delicious sauce will make this flavor so well. You wanna try to keep them all the same size. I'll tell you, same size, and then we get them like this. Okay, carrot. I was doing so well. I forgot the peeler. Hold on. Voila, peeler. Usually I prep ahead of time, and I do these kinds of things before. Once you've got it peeled, you'll chop the top, chop the bottom off like that. I like to do like matchsticks, so a little bit tricky. I end up cutting it in half, so be careful when you do this. You wanna start your knife a little bit and then pull it through. So I cut it in half like that and then make slices. And I'll probably go half like that. Carrots take longer to cook, so that's why you wanna cut these down. You could totally do them, however you want. If you don't like this style, that's fine. Oop, that was a little thick. If you end up with a couple of thick pieces, then just slice it through. One more time, in half, be careful. Please, please, please be careful. So let's check the noodles. So we're getting there. We can go a little bit more so it really sticks together. You can start to hear it, yeah? Okay, onion. Peel off the outside. This is an extra piece I had, so it's just slices like that. Okay, now all the veggies are prepped. Let me clean up a little bit. We'll get to the noodles. I'll show you how to put it all together and get it going, okay? Okay, I got a secret trick for you. If you're not a professional chef that can flip things and do stuff like that, I'm no professional chef either. Sometimes I try to be adventurous and do it, but if you can't, what you do is you just get a plate and turn it over like this, flip it, and see how it goes like that. And then all you have to do is slide it back into the pan. Ta-da! And then you'll let that fry through. All right, noodles are done. Nice and easy. We just slide it right off the pan like this. Sorry, that was quick movements there. Perfect. So this will be the base of it. So we'll leave this here. We're gonna go ahead, I'll turn down the heat a little bit. We'll add some butter. And then we're gonna cook the shrimp. I like to use shrimp. If you wanna use something else, by all means, you totally can. Shrimp, it's super quick. They have their own thermometer. It turns that pinky color when they're done. Garlic salt. You can use fresh garlic if you want. That's what I had on hand. You don't want to overcook shrimp because they get really rubbery. So as soon as they start to turn like that opaque, pinky opaque color, flip it already. Shrimp take all of 2-4 minutes. When they're opaque like that, just flip it. And a little bit more garlic salt on this side. So you're looking for a color like this. That tells you it's done. And then we'll take that out and we'll do the stir fry. Okay, shrimp are done. We're gonna take them out. I'm gonna set this on the stove. I'm gonna use a bigger pan, that's why, so hold on. Okay, so now we're gonna do the stir fry. So we'll put a little bit of oil into the pan. And so a couple of ways you can do this. A lot of times I'll just go with like the vegetable that takes the longest, which usually is carrots or the onions until it thickens. Onions are in and going. Now we're gonna go with the carrots and the zucchini. And you're gonna wanna cook these not until fully softened. Reason being is, oh, well, there went a mushroom. You know what? Let's just go all of them at this point. We'll save the bok choy until the very end. The carrots do take a little bit longer, but I cut them smaller, so. So we're gonna cook these through until it softens up a bit. I'll toss in the bok choy, but the best part of all of this is the sauce. So you gotta stick around for that. So hold on real quick. Vegetables are almost done. That's when you throw in the bok choy. That one wilts through pretty quickly. Normally I would say make the sauce at the same time while you're doing this part, but like I said, I only have one cooktop. Just until it just starts to wilt. Just like that's good. Okay, take this off the heat. I'm gonna put it on the stove. It's not on the heat. I'm just taking it out of the way since I only have one cooktop. All right, move the veggies off to the side now for the sauce. This is the best part of all of it. It just brings it all together. So saucepan over, you're gonna take some chicken stock, chicken broth, some oyster sauce. This is like a sweet umami flavored addition. Then a little bit of shoyu. Shoyu is Japanese style soy sauce. Find it in the Asian aisle, your local grocery store. Say that all the time. A little bit of sugar. A little bit of sesame oil. Sesame oil is a strong flavor. You don't need much of it. A little bit of salt and pepper. We're gonna whisk that up until it's well combined. Now, in order to thicken this sauce, we're gonna make a cornstarch slurry. And what that just means is mixing some cornstarch with water. You don't wanna pour it directly into the sauce because you'll have lumpy chunks of cornstarch. Nobody likes that, right? So you're gonna take your cornstarch in here and add a little bit of water. And then what that's gonna do, it's gonna help dissolve the cornstarch first before you put it in to kind of prevent those chunks from developing. So once it's mixed through, it looks like a milky consistency like that. So see how it's super liquidy like this? When you pour in this cornstarch slurry, it'll thicken it up and it'll be more like a gravy. I'm not so sure. But you're just gonna keep cooking this until it thickens. It's already starting to thicken, but go a little bit longer. See how it's already pretty thick. It'll go a little bit more. It's almost like a brown gravy consistency. All right, see how that turned into like this thick. All right, we'll take this off. We're gonna bring the veggies back. So veggies back, we're gonna pour the sauce. Ooh, my fork's a little hot. Pour the sauce over the veggies. And then the shrimp, don't toss it in until the very, very end because they're already pretty cooked through and you don't wanna overcook shrimp. Nobody likes rubbery shrimp, right? And then we'll just toss the veggies in the sauce. You can cook it down a little bit more till you get the veggies to the consistency that you like. But this is, could go a little bit. The zucchini needs a little bit more. The carrot probably has, yeah, it has a little bit of a crunch to it. So let's cook this on a little bit more. We'll put it all together. So good. Hang on. Once you get the veggies to the softness that you like, perfect, and then you'll add in the shrimp. And this is just to toss through. You don't want to keep cooking the shrimp because it'll be a little bit rubbery, like I said. All right, this is the stir fry that I like to make. You can make crispy noodle style, and I have a recipe for that. I'll link it up here or in the description box below. And it's a little bit, I mean, it's, you know, the stir fry can be very similar, but the noodles are a little bit different. They're not stuck together in a cake form like this, cake noodle, right? Then all you gotta do is scoop up all that yummy goodness, get a little bit of everything, sauce, get all the colors. And that's how you make cake noodle. If you love noodle recipes and you want to see more, then check out this video here. And until next time, ahui ho.
Thank you for watching my mommy's video.